Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, as we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough on the 1.1 experimental branch. But first, it is Friday, so hopefully y'all have yourselves a great weekend this weekend, and I hope to see you back here on Monday. I know sometimes I forget to say that on the Friday episodes, but you know, it happens. So yeah, hopefully y'all have yourselves a great weekend, and like I said, hopefully to see you back on Monday. Anyway, so if you went here last time, we had gotten the factory operational. We got all of the belting done for all of the different floors. It actually took all episode just to get that done, because belting does take a lot of work. A lot of logistics does take a lot of time, so that's why it took all episode. But this episode, we're going to see if we can finish the circuit board factory by doing all the detail work on the outside, getting the shell complete, and whatnot, and we'll see how we get on for that. So anyway, without further wasting your time, let's go ahead and hop on into it. Let's go. Alrighty, and here we are. So, yeah, we've got a lot of work to do today. I know I say that every episode, but well, I mean, it's true. I'm not lying to you. It is true. We do have a lot of work. And I'm quite proud of this factory being fully operational. I don't know what I was about to say there, and my brain didn't either, so, you know. We're fully operational, though, as far as the factory goes. I'm still waiting for the train to make one more round, I think, at the very least, because my train station is now completely full, pretty much, except for a little bit there. The train doesn't usually load every little bit, unfortunately, but that's okay. And in fact, what I might do is I might pull out... Well, we'll help the train out here, because it might not come back fully loaded. Yeah, let's help the train out a little bit, and let's load it by pulling from the dimensional depot. Oh wait, that's not going to help the train really. It's not going to help the train load really, because there's going to be busy filling up the dimensional depot. I mean, I do have another Caterium wire factory, a temporary one. I need to remove that temporary one and put a train station on it to collect the Caterium from there, so you can up the amount of Caterium wire we're making. But I don't really need to, though. That's the thing. Is the Caterium wire factory, it makes 4,000 per minute, and it's got all the Caterium it could ever need. Because it makes it, you know, it does the smelting and it does the wire. Eventually, what I want to have happen, though, is I do want to have it to where we have one big facility making all the ingots. I think that would be really freaking cool. Just a massive freaking factory making all the different ingots, and then we send the ingots out instead. I mean, the train stations are kind of set up that way already. All we'd have to do is clean the train stations and then that. So anyway, we're getting distracted. Squirrel mode. Let's go. Okay, so like I said, yeah, we got a lot of detail work to do today, and whatnot. And once that train makes another round, I then am going to connect, finally, going to connect the outputs to the actual train station. I haven't done that yet because I wanted the amount of quick wire we're producing. If we don't have our storages backed up completely, we could end up running into issues where you're dropping off, like the train is dropping off like half a load of a car and it's emptying that entire car each time. So I want both the input and the output train stations to be completely filled, and then we don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about it from there. So it's just because the amount we're using. I mean, we're making way more. We're making over 1,000 more than we need. Over 1,000 more. It's about 900. We're making about 900 Caterium wire more than we need at the moment. But the problem with it is just that the volume that we're using is so large. We just gotta be careful with it. So I'm letting everything back up, and then we'll let the factory actually start churning out. Because once it churns out, what it's going to do is it's going to fill up the train station first, and then it's just going to keep running because we got it on a sync now. Because all the factories all those recent factories, we've been putting the end product on a sync so that the factory keeps running and earns us tickets, because it'd be really awesome. I still don't have all the achievements for this game. Once 1.0 came out, I've been working on it though. I've been putting tickets into the dimensional depot, pulling out of the sync every now and again. put them in the dimensional depot so I can just have my tickets whenever I need them. I don't have to go find a sink to grab some tickets. The tickets are just uploaded, or I'll pull them out of a sink when they get like 200 or 300 or so, and then I'll put them in the dimensional depot. Anyway, yeah, like I said, squirrel mode. Let's go. Got a lot of work to do today. It's going to be a very long day for me. Okay. So yeah, we got everything done there. Was there anything else I wanted to do per se before I start working on walls? I mean, I did want to. One of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to do some railing, but I don't want to do just normal railing. I want to do a blueprint railing. Okay, hold on. Let's do this like we do normally. Let's measure this out. I want to do a railing all the way along here, but I want it to have lighting on every foundation. 22, so that's even. This is also even. No, this is odd. Okay, yeah, 22 doesn't go into. 3 doesn't go into 22, does it? No, and figure did. Yeah, so it goes into 24, but not 22. Wait, we could do it in 3s. If we did it in 3s, all we have to do is remove, like, the N2. Yeah, we can do it in 3s. Okay. Yeah, I want to get some lighting going, though, on the inside of this factory. Because if we don't get the lighting done now, it's not going to get done. And I'm going to do the outside, and then I'm going to move on. So, once the outside's done, that's factory complete. And I kind of need it done today. It doesn't matter. You can't delete the blueprinter with stuff in it anyway. As long as you don't select everything and then do that. I'm glad that. Okay, so we want some railing, and I might show you guys how to do some interesting railing here. So I want to do the low barrier, and I'll actually show you guys how to build that lighting that everybody's been using. I've been using it for quite a while now. I don't use it all the time though, because it can get quite expensive, but yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put that like that, there, and there. Like I said, we're going to do... oh, wait, I can't do that, can I? Let's remove those. Okay, there's our 3 foundations. I am sad you can't paint these anymore. Did anyone else notice that? You can't paint these. I could have sworn that you could paint these barriers like that little white stripe there. I could have sworn you could do that, but maybe I'm wrong. But I could have sworn on the aluminum factory we did that with these beams, or with these low barriers, because these came out. Did these come out? These didn't come out. Oh wait, maybe these came out in 1.1. Yeah, I can't remember now. Because yeah, were we on 1.1 when we did the aluminum factory? I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure no. Because it didn't come out until we were doing the stuff over in the Spire Coast. Okay, never mind. So let's go ahead and do some signs. Let's do some architecture or organization. Did I get rid of the... I did. No! That means I gotta go over here. I gotta go copy a color code so I can use that, because I want to use the same green I've used for these. No, I want... There we go. I can't just copy that, nope. Control C. Just cancel. Cancel. Back out. Love when you click the cancel button and it doesn't do anything. Okay. So now to do these real quick, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a 4-meter sign. I'm just going to plop this here for the moment so we can get the settings set. because we're in 1.1, we can copy settings. Layout. Select that one. I just like to delete the text anyway. Oh, there we go. Didn't even see the autosave. Okay. Emission strictly. Yep, okay. Perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a sign, put it like this. And then we're going to grab a sign. Just remove that for a minute. We're going to grab a sign, and what we're going to do is we're going to hold... I guess you don't have to hold control. Yeah. We're going to place that like that. And delete that one. And there we go. So then when we put the beam back, you can see the lighting is there. Now I do want to do this on both sides, so... yeah, just put it in where we need it. Put it like that, halfway down. There we go. Yeah, and what we're going to do is we're going to leave that last one there for the moment. Oh, whoops. We got it. Can't put them all in yet. Okay. So now we got lighting for both sides. Now you think, oh, that's barrier done. Perfect. That's railing done. No, not quite done yet. So I'm going to show you another little trick. I don't know if it's going to work per se here. We might not be able to use it. But usually there's a little bit of a bug that you can take advantage of here. So normally when you try to put in a modern railing, like this, you're going to notice it says identical building. Well, obviously those are two different things. One's a barrier, one's a railing. So I don't know why the game thinks they're identical. But you can do a little bit of a trick with some of these. And what we can do, what we might have to do is build it with just a single barrier or maybe even two barriers, and then save that as a blueprint, and then place the two blueprints that we need, or place the blueprints that we need for how long, and then save it again. But yeah, so what you can do is if the railing is long enough in zoop mode, it'll allow you to place it. Of course, you can offset as well, but you see, identical building can't build here. Same there, same there. There, 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 and there. Yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do that. It's too close. Let's try it here. Oh, no, the game is going to be annoying like that. Okay. So we'll remove a couple of barriers. Like I said, what we'll have to do is make a blueprint, then place the blueprint in the blueprinter, and then, yeah. But like I said, if the railing is long enough, no, I still don't want to do it, does it? I might have to start all the way from this end. I swear this works. Unless they just fixed it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? Now it allows me to place it. Even though it's in the exact middle, it's in the exact same place, but game's like, nope, you can place it now. It's like, okay, thanks. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. Of course, we're going to paint these. And we'll save it in two so that we can have that if we need it. Or save it in one. Foundations. So then we do two. Save blueprint. Oh my gosh, that's took forever to save. Blueprints. Then we'll just go boop and boop. Come back over here, save it again. I'll save it as 3 this time. There we go. Now we have our railing for the inside of our factory. And we don't have to sit there and build each one of those individually. Gosh. Man, I can't remember, like, I don't even remember what it's like to build without blueprints anymore. I use blueprints for damn near everything. It's just because they're so convenient, you know? I remember when blueprints first came out, I said, nope, I'm not using blueprints. Blueprints are useless. And technically at the time, that was kind of true, because they only had the Mark 1 blueprinter during Update 8. And it's like, it was kind of true, because, well, the blueprinter was, it was a 4x4 by 8. And it, you know, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. So what people started doing was doing modular factories, right? Just to, you know, kind of mitigate that. I might turn this on to blueprint mode. So I can hopefully do this. I might crash while placing just this. Yeah, look at that railing. I like it. Oh, yeah, that's gonna work out great. Yeah, we'll have some ceiling lights as well, just to kind of actually give lighting to the factory. This is just the highlight stuff. Oh, this factory's gonna be expensive on resources. Yeah, it looks like we need 1 down here. So blueprints. I'm actually glad I was forced to do that, because now I've got this blueprint, which is only 1 foundation. And that is perfect. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Ooh, and look at the reflections on that. In the lumen and everything. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful. Of course, we're going to put, like I said, we're going to put actual ceiling lights in here. Just to get rid of a lot of the green. So it's not just all green. The green is supposed to be a highlight color, not the full color of the entire factory. So yeah, we'll do organization. We'll just put in some ceiling lights. Some beautiful ceiling lights, and we'll just put them. We'll just center them over the thing. Should I run it like this? No, I kind of don't like that. But yeah, so like I said, it's going to be an underlighting, and then we'll have, you know, like an underglow. You know, the car is the entire car is not lit up in one color. It's you know, it's not lit up in one light. You know, you got the normal light, maybe in darkness, and then you got the neon stuff like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we'll do something like that, I think. And we'll do that to each one of these floors. Get the lighting. I'm going to get the lighting all in place, and then we'll start working on the walls. Alrighty, so after a few hours, we finally got our lights in place. It's been about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I try to keep track a little bit sometimes. We are finally we were able to turn on the circuit boards to be filling up the train stations. So we've got, looks like 2 cars full so far, working on our 3rd, which is about not even half full yet. Yeah, that's a lot of circuit boards. Look how fast that's going. Have we completely emptied the machines? I think we've completely emptied the machines. Yeah, and this one's just constantly emptying. I think a train just came by to empty the thing, but yeah, it looks like they are gaining. That's the good thing. They are gaining from the front car being emptied. They are gaining, so that's actually pretty darn good. So yeah, a lot of circuit boards though being made. We are officially making circuit boards and uploading them as well, which is very good. So now the plan is to build the blueprints for the walls. So I've got a particular design in mind as well. So that should be interesting to see. So yeah, I'll probably not Probably not build it on camera because it'll take me forever. But I'll show you kind of what I was thinking of doing over here while that's built. I also did all the supports, not for the intersection, but I did all the supports for here. And this is this is how I'm doing the wall right here, because the wall does need to extend all the way to this foundation, but we couldn't put the foundation out and then go up because of this corner right here. It's kind of messed up. So I kind of shortened this corner to 2.5 foundations to go to the middle, and then did a longer corner over here so that it'd be a little more in the center of the gate when the train comes through. And so then we've got these slopes to kind of give our wall back to that particular area. Now the other problem is I have with this elevator is I can't get away from the elevator with the sloped wall, which is kind of annoying. Wait, why am I doing this? Why don't I just do it like this? Like that'll be easier. That's what's easy. So we'll still have to have... Actually, no, these ones won't have anything in them, right? So we'll go up like... Wait, no, we just put full-size walls here, don't we? Yeah, so it basically does this, essentially. Then from here we go up, up, and up. Straight up from there. Yeah, the ends of this are going to be a little bit weird, I will say. And then we do want a solid wall on the inside of this as well. So it's all flat on the inside. Just go straight across like that. I'll probably eventually have to paint this, but I'm trying to get a concept in place for the end piece on this side. Oh. I didn't even think about that. Is this wall? No, this wall is not. Okay, so we won't put a wall right there. Okay, and this goes on the outside. This goes on the outside like this. I'm just going to completely cover this up. Actually, why don't we just completely oh, no, I can't. That's right. Actually, yes, I can if I do it this way. For this particular piece, oh, I need a foundation. I need a foundation to put the wall down properly. So it's on the grid. There we go. I'm just going to put a wall there so you can't see past that. That should do there. There we are. Then we can just use this foundation here. I guess I could have used the foundation there too, but it's fine. Oh, and then I'll just take a flooring right here. Put it like that. Good enough. I think, anyway. Okay, that does go here. Yeah, just for the lighting purpose, it's like... I guess what we could do, well, see that comes from the train station, right? So do I need to, what if we just did it this way? Yes. Put this right there. And we just put that there. And what we do is delete this connection for a second, because that goes to the elevator. So the entire factory just got shut down. Connect it to that. There we go. And then we connect it to that. Because this is connected to this system here. Let me just... hold on. I don't want the factory to lose power. There we go. The factory should all still be powered up. Because this light is powered here, and then we can just get rid of all this junk. That is useless. Get out of here. I might have to do 1 meter walls along here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Otherwise it's gonna glitch through and then it's gonna be annoying. So just do 1 meter walls all the way along. This side as well. Yeah, this wall is special. We have to do a very specific thing with this side. There we go. But for that, we'll just run walls all the way around. I think what I'll do is I'll probably leave this wall white on the inside. Depending on how I want this to look. Actually, it's got a decent design there. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so enough messing around. Let's go over here. Let me go ahead and delete what's here. And I know, yes, I know there's a clear button, but I'm doing this specifically for a reason. For people that don't know, you'll see in a second. But if you have a string of blueprints that you're wanting to put together, that like make up a factory or whatever design work you're trying to do. See, if I delete everything, that leaves the name and a selected icon and even the directory. It'll leave it all in there, as long as I don't hit the clear button. If I hit the clear blueprint designer, there's nothing in there. But if I was to hit that while there's stuff in there, it clears the name, the directory, the description, and all of this. It resets all of this back to nothing. But since this is related to this particular factory, all my blueprints I want it all strung together, I will delete what's inside. It depends on what's inside the blueprint. If there's like hundreds of pieces inside the blueprint, I will more than likely just clear it, and then it'll be way faster just to rename it and set all the icon stuff again in the description if I want one and all that. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our wall just like we usually do. I do want it exactly in the middle. That gives us plenty of room of play. And we'll just go all the way up. Yeah, because this particular wall, I'm going to have to design it in a very specific way. I'm trying to think, what would be the best way of... Whoa, no power. Hold on, let me grab some power. Forgot there's no power over here. Closest place. No, that's not a... Oh, we need to remove this one too. I forgot about that. Let's remove this. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll just direct connect it like that. Just like that one. Alright, where's this train station's connection? Oh. I do have a pole here, so I could just definitely take this. I'll just steal this power for just a moment. Okay, we shouldn't need power on that side because that's got a rail. Yeah, good enough. Okay. There, at least now I have power. Like I said, I want a power connector on these freaking blueprint designers, so then I just have power while I'm flying around and like nearby. Like it's just a powered building. That would be That'd be brilliant, but nope, we can't have nice things. So this one was even as well, wasn't it? Here we go. As long as I don't touch anything else. Let this count for me. I think this is an even, though. I seem to be building my factories in evens recently. Yeah, that's 30 foundations. Do we need all 30 foundations, or can we get rid of some? We'll save all 30. It's fine. Just because I don't want to have to build another, like, outer portion and then have a weird, like, gate system thing like what's on this side. I really don't want to do that again. This is just kind of a pain to deal with, to be honest. It's like, yeah, I don't want to deal with it. That is fine there, though. Okay, so if it's in evens, then we'll have to build in evens. So 30, does 30 go into, or just, yeah, divided by 4. 7.5, so no. Well, actually 5 goes into 30 if we do a 5. It'll be hard to do because we'll be working on the edge of the, we'll be pushing past the edge of the blueprinter, but if we do in sections of 5, that'll definitely take care of whatever we need. And this is only for the side. The edge walls are not going to have a whole lot of design to them. That's why I was just like, I'm just going to put this up. They won't have a whole lot of design work. We'll have a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Okay, so there's our wall, and I do want to put the walls on the ins, or put the walls like this, because I want walls on the inside of the train station to not have a bunch of craziness. On the inside, it's going to look pretty boring, but on the outside, it'll look decent. Okay. So then, what I want to do is I want to start. I think I want to start putting down some beams and things. Where's the train? The plastic train. But yeah, I'm trying to decide. Do I want? Oh, I definitely want these, don't I? Wait. Yes. Yes? What color of the building should the building be? Should it be like a gray, like a dark gray, or something? Like we go. Oh, that could be really good. I know we've been doing a lot of that color recently, but it could look really cool. Oh, thought I put that down. I was waiting for it to build. Okay, so if we do like carbon steel, the carbon steel finish just works so well. So basically what I want to do here, and I don't exactly know how I want to make this happen, is I want like little channels like this. But obviously not this uniform, of course. But yeah, this is the basic design. So like a circuit board, in a certain way. Obviously it's not going to be exactly like a circuit board. Or maybe at the very bottom we have it like this, like everything converges into one big old piece. But so basically what we're going to do is we're going to come up a few like this. Yeah, so I don't exactly know how I want to do this yet. Oops. And then maybe we go up another 3, right? And we go up another 3, like this. So then, kind of like a circuit board, what I want to do is I want to take a beam connector here, and I kind of want to put it. Do I want to put it there? I think I did. Yeah, see, this is where the issue is going to come into play, is when you're trying to do stuff like this inside the blueprinter. It's an absolute pain. Actually, that kind of worked out quite well. Yeah, basically, we take that. And we take this piece, so then we have this sort of type of deal. Oh, let's remove this. So then what we could do is we could take this beam, we could go like this with it, so we get the exact same angle. But, delete these. Let's see. I have to be very careful here. This might not work as well as I want it to. As long as we stay within the grid and we don't go too crazy with our angles, it shouldn't be too bad. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Go down one with that one. And then this one we go up. That's not quite the same angle now. Oh, maybe this is not far enough. Hold on. Yeah, it wasn't far enough. Well, I mean, it's not perfect. But yeah, you get basically this little channel like this. And I kind of want to do something like that. I think it'd be really cool to design a wall like that. And just the entire wall. And it doesn't have to all be this. Exactly. We can do like one going this way, one going straight up, another one going like over and up or splitting off and doing a Y piece. Just kind of random, you know, like a circuit board where it's kind of just all over the place. That's my dream. I don't know how well it's going to work, but this is my dream. So I guess we'll see if it's going to work for us, huh? Alrighty then, and roughly 4 hours later, I've been at this all day. I've done several iterations of the factory, and this train, so next week we're going to have to go look at the plastic factory. Something's not right, because I'm slowly running out of plastic for my factory. So this is my factory here. I decided the ends did need a bit of a touch-up, so we got the ends placed here. So these look really nice, actually. With this, I decided to go the black and green route, just because it actually looks kind of cool. So, you know, it's like it's there. And then these are like really bright green. I do have the design there, but you can't really see it from a distance because it's so bright. And then we got the lights up underneath there to light up the gates on the outside, so when it's dark out. And then if you go inside, it looks like this. It looks decent, you know. We're all completely walled in. Let's go take a look at the upstairs. I did have to move the signs. As well, so here we go. Let's go up a floor. So we got all the lighting in place inside here, which looks really nice, really fantastic. And look at this factory now. It is fantastic in here. It's beautiful. It looks like a proper factory. It really does. It looks good. I'm quite happy with it anyway. Scoop another floor. Alright, then you come up to here and you've got all of this. There's a lot of green going on, but there's also a lot of white because, you know, with the way these machines are working and you got to maintenance stuff, you can't really have a decent amount of light when it's just green. So I've decided to add in this stuff. Oh, I did not know that did that. Well, I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, I did not know that was doing that. Oh, of course, it makes sense because there's a gap there. But yeah, you can see stuff goes up the wall. It looks very good in here. Very, very nice. Very clean as well. I like it. Each of the production floors are very, very clean, especially up here when there's no lifts and stuff. Now you can see here, these are completely full circuit boards. Are these not connected? No, they're connected. Okay, why aren't these moving? Oh, they are moving. We're definitely not making enough circuit boards to back the line up completely. Something's wrong. It has to be wrong because when I was looking at it earlier, and both these lines are moving. Yeah, something's not... Yeah, you can see how these lifts are completely empty. What if we go all the way back? Are they still empty all the way back? Oh, that's right. Of course. I completely forgot I did that. Oh, okay. So basically where the sink is, I put a Mark IV lift right at the sink. So basically what ends up happening is the circuit boards are, I completely forgot I did that. The circuit boards are actually sinking at 480 per minute rather than the 525 that we're producing. This way it gives the factory a break when when it's just sinking. So it's sinking slightly slower. I actually was thinking about doing that for all the factories because it just makes sense. To me, it's like, don't really sink your entire speed unless it's like really low. But 525 knock that down to 480, and then some of the factory kind of slows down a little bit when it's still working, it's still moving, it's still gaining you tickets. It's just not quite as much as it should, or quite as much as it needs to be. But yeah, I completely forgot I did that. I was like, why are these backing up? It shouldn't be backing up. We're making 525 and we got a 780 belt. Like, that should not be backed up. And then I completely forgot. That was hours and hours and hours ago. But I had to make sure that this factory was completed. But yeah, it looks beautiful on the inside and the outside. Like I said, I'm quite happy with it. So as you can see, I've taken so long that the train station has completely filled up with circuit boards. And we're just thinking, yeah, see, here's the Mark IV, which Mark IVs do 480. So since we're producing 525, might as well just leave it. Actually, I might leave that. It gives a little bit of a break to the white wall here. The white wall only here just to reflect light. This wall has to be completely blacked out because of the outside. But yeah, that is pretty much the circuit board factory done. So let's go to this side real quick. Actually, I'm going to follow this rail here. I put down this rail so I can see it from afar, because the design of the side of this factory is only appreciated from afar. It's not like my other factories where, you can view it from any angle and it's pretty good. But, yeah, don't worry. This track is just temporary, just so I can fly out here and take a nice, beautiful image. Yeah, if we follow all the way to pretty much here, this is about the middle of the factory from a distance. So here's the side of it. Look at that. I like it. And the reason that there's like the missing bit in the center there is because that's where the two lines. So like I said, I spent hours trying to come up with a design that actually worked. The only problem I was having is like I could blueprint those random walls all I wanted, but there was damn near impossible to line any of it up to actually make a decent line like I wanted here. I wanted a line that goes from the bottom to the top of the factory, uninterrupted, by the way. It goes from the bottom to the top. Don't worry about these. These are uninterrupted. You just got to move over, see they clean up. It's just from a distance. It just that area is so thin right there that it kind of blocks out the light when it gets too far out of render, as you can see there. But yeah, I just kind of wanted it. I wanted a line from the bottom to the top that's lit, but it has to be. And this is the reason you have to go so far out. But it has to be embedded into the factory's wall. It can't be on the outside, which would have been much easier now that I think about it. But actually, I kind of like this. So yeah, when you view it from the corner, as you can see, most of it gets completely hidden, which is okay. I'm actually okay with that. But yeah, just the way this looks, it looks so good. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty damn happy with this factory. This is my beautiful circuit board factory. So you're gonna be able to see this. This is like a monument. It's a monument building, just kind of hanging out in the middle of nowhere with a train line going to it. I could have probably sent. Now, people are probably wondering, why didn't I center the factory on this train line here? And the reason I didn't do that is because, look, see right here? I would have ended up, if this was centered, I would have ended up running into that. And I didn't want to run into that, so yeah, so it actually had to be pushed over. Now, I could, if I really wanted to, I could probably figure out a way to like curve this, S-bend it, and get it into the center, but it's not really worth the effort. So I got all the supports done too for that and for this as well, so it actually looks really nice. And the reason I didn't carry that all the way down is because that right there, if it's the same width as this, the train runs into the pillars. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad in here. And then it didn't even matter if I carried that all the way down. But yeah, the factory is complete. As you can see, the green is embedded into it as well, and the lumens are going crazy right now. As you can see there, especially because it's nighttime, that the lumens are going absolutely nuts. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm actually quite happy with this. I think this will say factory completed. That's my opinion of it. So yeah, we got the warp gate here, which now that this factory's here, the warp gate's kind of, I don't know, it's in a bad spot. If anybody was to come out of the warp gate this way, they might end up smashing into the corner. But yeah, see, the manta ray flies right through it. Now the manta ray does clip the warp gate a little bit, but it also clips the terrain as well. As you can see right there, see, it clips right through. I'm out of power. Yeah, it clips right through. So I was thinking about doing blue with this, but I thought, green works kind of better. And, circuit boards are green, these are green. Then you've come to the top here. We've got this. So yeah, at nighttime you'll be able to, when you look up from inside the factory, you'll be able to see the green edgings of the window. Then of course we've got a tower out here. So now with this tower, we've got all of this revealed in the center here, which is pretty nice. You got the elevator that goes all the way up to the roof. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much factory done. So we'll go ahead and call it here. And next time, which will be Monday, we're gonna start working on the next electronics factory. Maybe AI limiters will be next, because AI limiters are also going to take quick wire and they're going to take copper sheets. So we'll be working on AI limiters next, because that's kind of the next one in the small chain. And then we'll go computers, supercomputers, high-speed connectors, crystal oscillators, and all that other stuff. So, but yeah, I think for now though, that is going to be it. So, like I said, it is Friday though, so hopefully you'll have yourselves a great weekend this weekend, and hope to see you back here on Monday as well. So, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.